Okay, there we go. Mm, it should be live anyway. Give me a second. Gotta check things out here. There we go. Check things out here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just putting a link in the Discord. There we go. Okay. Wait and see if someone comes in here, and then they can tell me how the sound is. And if you give me 2 seconds, I would like to get football up and running on my Steam Deck. I would like to, except it seems like the zone is missing, which... Oh, wait. Okay. Had to mute it, obviously. I can't broadcast sound from the NFL, which is fine. Hey, wait, what was that? Oh, there's people actually watching and commenting on my videos. I didn't even... Thanks, y'all, for the comments. Okay, considering the weather in my local area right now, I have offered to people at work that if they are seem like they might get stuck with inoperable vehicles, that I will go and bail them out. So we will keep that in mind. My wet palette is a little interesting right now. So, okay, let me see here. Show you this. So this is Space Marine I did the other day. I don't... This is the kind of blue that is in my airbrush paint set. So just a contrast. Here's my other finished. Do you see the differences here? Of the colors? I don't like it. So I'm probably going to have to scrub that guy and rework him. But that was an experiment. This was on purpose, so we're okay. It's kind of the same thing with the orc that I did paint. Although I do kind of like... I like the shade of green. It's just really shiny. Can I have sweaty orcs? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, for anybody who didn't see, my mostly finished Ripper Swarm. I say mostly finished because I haven't decided what I'm going to do around the bases. I might just extend the sand. Make the entire thing look like sand. So what we're doing here, I think, today... I think I'm just going to work on these guys. Just some more. You can't tell, this guy has been painted blue. Again, another blue in my airbrush set of paints that I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the colors. I just don't think they're appropriate for what I'm making here. But I do have these two guys left. I think I'll work on them. We'll get a base coat on today. And it just brushes. That's all we need. I'm kind of excited for this guy right here. I think this is a great model. This is a great sculpt. I like the dynamic nature of him with the bolter pistol. He's still got the flamer there. And he's pulling out like a machete. Lots of nice, cool little details on this guy that'll be fun to paint. Or won't be. Either or. It might suck. I'm just gonna... So the camera is definitely further away, but I think this is a better setup than what we were doing before, which was a lot of just trying to adjust the camera. This way I don't have to adjust the camera. It's going to be where it is. It's going to stay where it is. I'll generally work probably about here. You should be able to see everything I'm doing. And then when I want to get, you guys want to see anything, I can just, again, do this, let the camera find its way. So that's, I think, what we're going to do here. If you give me a second, I will mix some paint here. Houston is leading Cleveland 24-14. There's 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. If anybody is interested, this is what I'm going to be doing most of the night. I will at some point go and get something to eat. But we'll just take a little pause. I've got football all night, and the Oilers are also playing tonight, so we will do that as well. Okay. My wet palette is not behaving right now. Give me a second. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, now seeing as how we are just doing base coats today, I think I'm going to try this brush. Now, it's safe to, or it's good to understand. You know what? Let me double check. I want to check YouTube just to make sure, because I do have like the widget working right now, and it says that I should be getting my chat through here. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. There's nobody watching. We're good. We're good. Generally, in a case like this, I'll go for about an hour, and then I'll just call it. Okay. So we're going to go with this brush here. Again, I'm not a professional. If anybody sees this and they're like, no, you don't use that brush for that, you use it for this, you can let me know. But like, I'm just basing. Doing a base coat, so I think like a wide brush. Probably the most efficient way to do this. Okay, I need a paint shaker. You can get these like little tiny hand held battery driven paint mixers. I should get one. I don't know if they would fit in this though. Okay. Safe to predict that at any time we may be interrupted by a cat. Like right now. I thought I heard you. I thought I heard you, you little brat. No, stay down, please. Stay down, please, buddy. Come on, Cleveland, make a game of it. I think we're okay. I think we are okay to go. Jeeper, no, 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 no. Down. Thank you. Okay, we will be apparently dealing with the kitten the whole time. We try this. Okay, let me... Yeah, it should be alright. Ooh, I don't know. That seems way thin. Might have to do multiple coats here. That's alright. This is way thin. Well, it is what it is. This is better. That's better. I didn't do a sound check, so I have no idea how the sound is for this, if I'm being completely honest. Well, there's actually a big gap in there. Ooh, Texas just scored again, I believe off an interception. I want to say that's probably game, folks. I am already starting to shake a little bit because I definitely have not had enough calories today. Somewhat by design. This is kind of a good brush for this, except that I have noticed I'm not really getting into many of the kind of smaller crevices that I'm going to need to get into. I'm definitely going to have to do a second coat, which is fine. Oh, I not get in there. I do totally understand why Stig likes to use an airbrush on this. It totally makes sense. My airbrush is a very cheap model. When I was using it last time, it very much it felt like the compressor couldn't hold up. Like I would just run out of air, or it wouldn't be enough air in it to move the paint, which was really shitty. So I'm going to do one coat, I think, with this brush, and then I think I'm going to come back on my second coat. I'll do a lot more detailed coat with the smaller brush. Because while this is great for coverage, like I said earlier, it's not really getting in the details the way I would like it to. I notice a lot of time when I do a base coat that a lot of things I'll just ignore. Like I'm not going to worry too much about doing this holster. I don't worry about missing them either, or like hitting them either. If they get some paint on it, so be it. But I'm just going to paint it another color anyway, so hitting it with the base coat to me seems like a waste of time. It also builds a layer on there, so I've done enough base coats on something before that I've lost some of the detail in the model. Now, granted, I'm like far from a professional here. I have to put more paint on the palette here. Um, 31-14, Houston over Cleveland. It is 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. I suppose it's entirely possible. Maybe I shouldn't put my coffee there. Entirely possible that Cleveland makes a comeback. 4th and 2, and they're going for it. Is he... What just happened? Did they just intercept him again? Is that 2 back-to-back interceptions that led to touchdowns? 2 back-to-back pick sixes. Well, so much for Joe Flacco's comeback, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it'd be cool if you had, like, some miraculous comeback. That would be amazing. But I don't see it happening. Blah, blah, blah. Second coat will definitely be needed, especially on considering how much of it I'm actually missing in the first coat. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this was the right brush for this. I'm gonna have to buy some Citadel airbrush paints. Or Army Painter. I don't know, but so now my issue with other paint companies, like the paint that I already have, is I actually like the color of Citadel paints, and I don't know if the, let's say, like Army Painter, for one, how close an equivalent it is. If that makes any sense. Like, does it look like the same thing? Oh, jeez. Like, how do I miss entire giant swaths of this thing? So funny. Kind of guess that's what a first coat is for, though, right? You know what I should do? Before I get too far here, I should probably put a link into the music that I'm listening to on in the description. It's just another YouTube channel. I just randomly like search Warhammer music. What's going on here? I feel like there are large parts of this model that I missed with the primer. Pretty much going to say that that's a first coat on this one. Like I said, I'm going to come back on the second coat and use a much smaller brush so I can really get into the deep details. Because I feel like I'm missing a lot here. I don't know if you can hear my dog barking. If she goes crazy, I might have to stop the stream and go find out why. I definitely have to buy a better airbrush. It would make this so much easier. I don't know. For a first base coat, not too bad. We'll do a second, like I said, we'll do a second, we'll do a second coat. Again, parts that aren't the blue armor, I'm not going to really worry about. The holster and everything is going to be painted brown. That doesn't look too bad. I'll be honest, it looks better on camera than it actually is. That's one. Now my thing about these guys, this is the airbrush paint. Completely different blue. Don't really like it. My concern is, do I just base coat over top of this again? Or should I scrub this guy? I don't know. I really don't know what to do. It's not a bad blue. Realistically, had I done the first Space Marine in this blue, I might have just done all of them. But because the first Space Marine, this guy, the first one I did, my first ever model, by the way, because he is this blue, I kind of want the rest of them to match. Obviously, it's a military unit. They should match. So, we'll see, we'll see. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I ordered food and it arrived way earlier than I expected. But that's alright. I'll continue to paint for a little bit. So now this guy... Same thing. I'm just going to do like a really crude base. Really crude base coat, and then we'll come back with smaller brush and do details. I'll basically be switching off and on between these guys for the rest of the night here. Or for as long as I'm streaming. I don't know how long I'm going to continue here, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not not 100% sure, but I think Joe Flacco just got sacked again, which would be like the third or fourth tonight. I think Cleveland is done. Now, if you happen to be watching live, or if you watch this on replay after, and you are far more experienced than I, and have any pro tips, please let me know. I'm really like enjoying the process of learning. I watch way too many. Oh shit, this guy doesn't have a helmet on. Oh, it's a good thing I caught that. I would have painted in blue. I watch way too many painting tutorials to the point where it's all kind of fading into noise. But I'll keep watching. There are people that know what they're doing. This is these Space Marines along with the Tyranids are the first Warhammer minis I ever bought. I bought that starter set that's out right now. I'm halfway through finishing the Tyranids. Most of them I just have to base now, I think. So I'm kind of hopping back to the Space Marines. Neither army, like if I ever get around to playing, which is not a guarantee because I really just felt like building and painting. The actual playing aspect never really occurred to me. But I mean, if I find someone who would like to try, then I'll likely give it a shot. So I bought the starter kit, whatever it's called. I don't know what this one is called. On a whim kind of situation. And then decided, well, if I'm going to start building and painting these with any level of, like, seriousness, I will pick an army that I will enjoy painting. So I am right now collecting Adeptus Sororitas. And I have a bunch of them right now. None of are built. They're all just sitting in a box. I have the Novitiate Squad. I have the Exorcist Tank. I have Saint Celestine. What's the other girl? Not Morgan Val. I can't remember the other one's name. I have a Battle Stitcher Squad. All of them are just kind of sitting in boxes. But I've watched enough Warhammer videos to know that that's kind of what people do. They just collect these like piles of shame. Uh, just have him be the guy that missed the memo on. Oh, the one guy that stood out. So I was thinking about that actually for a while. Hey, just then, by the way. And I was thinking like, well, what if he's just like the rookie? And his armor is just like, it looks a different color blue because it's not used. Everybody else has been around the block a couple times. That's kind of funny to me a little bit. That bit of paint there was not watered down at all. So many little details on this guy that are going to be so fun to paint. I like really looking forward to painting the machete and the what the hell is it called? Sheath? Scabbard? Is it scabbard? What's a scabbard? Is that what you keep a sword in? I don't know. Don't ask me. I ain't no knight or squire. How's your arming building coming, Zen? I'm going to have to add more paint to the palette. And I hope you're staying warm, by the way. Because it is legitimately hellishly cold outside right now. Played some Kill Team yesterday. It was a lot of fun. About to start my deathcore. Sorry, I gotta move my chat window here. It is. Deathcore of Krieg. Nice, nice. I'm still in my thing where it's like, no, I'm going to finish painting the ones that I've built. For now. Oh man, there's little details in here that are gonna suck. And then the second thing I bought out of the blue was some orcs. Just because I figured those would be like the funnest to paint. So I have a box of orc boys that I will end up painting here. My whole thing is like I kind of really want to, obviously not perfect. You never perfect a skill really, like painting. But I want to get good enough on it. Oh, this game's fucking over, folks. 44-14 for the Texans. It is 13 minutes left in the fourth. Game is over. I don't know what just happened. I think this was a natural touchdown. Texans looking dangerous. Browns fans just constantly telling us how dangerous their defense was. But they're not getting any stops today, folks. I didn't really read through any of the rules for combat patrol, so I'm not really sure what that looks like. But I do see me, like, if I ever really play, their chances are they are going to be the smaller game types. Just because I don't think I have many friends that have the patience for, like, the 2 or 3 hour 2,000 point games. The hell time do the Oilers play tonight? I feel like it's really soon. Excuse me while I paint this dude's dick. I believe the technical term is cod piece, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's a cod piece if it's still on. Space armor. Then do you have an airbrush? Did I ask you that yet already, or did I just think I asked you that? Alright. I think this might be a pretty decent first coat. There's a huge gap. Although it's right in the armor, so it actually kind of works, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But there's... Now you're not going to be able to see what I'm talking about, probably. But you look right... See where the handle of the gun is? Right under the trigger? Right there? So you can see through that. You can see his armor through it. I'm never going to get a paintbrush in there, and it's going to drive me crazy. I know it's a small, tiny detail that doesn't really matter, but oh my god, that's going to kill me. So, not a bad first coat. I think we're okay. Do you not have an airbrush? Just going to ask your opinion on whether or not what your thoughts were. You liked it more or less. Okay, second coat on this guy. Oh wait, the one thing I wanted to do was, yes, give props to... At some point, someone's going to come on and go, hey, like, hey, why are you using my music in your streams? And I'll be like, because it's on YouTube. Because it was there. Basically my only excuse. It's not a good one. Alright. Put this brush away. We'll get a smaller one, and I'll try to get into the, like, really small details of this dude. I don't... See, my biggest issue is I really just don't know what brush types to use for anything. Might be too big. Let's use this. It's just a guessing game, really. Oh. Are brushes supposed to, crunch when you first use them? Most of the brushes in this set are brand new, so... I don't know if they put, like, a coating on them when they leave the factory or anything. Alright. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty stuff. I really don't know if that was enough time to let my first coat dry. Seems to be working all right. For anybody new watching, we kind of do this regularly, where I'll just stream and babble. While other Warhammer fans break out their kits and their paints and they work on their stuff. You are more than welcome to follow along. Zen. The other day, so for years, a few years back, a bunch of buddies were going to get into Magic. They were going to get really deep into Magic the Gathering. And I was like, alright, I'm in. Let's do it. Went out, bought a ton of Magic cards. Because that's what I do. I just dive headfirst into shit. And I spend way too much money on it. Never did end up paying Magic. So I just had this box of Magic cards sitting around forever. Found out that the shop I buy my Warhammer stuff will buy Magic cards. So I broke open that box and I went through card by card by card on their buy list over the last 3 days. I have like $150 I'm going to use for trading. Which makes me very happy. That's probably going to be my Paragon Warsuits and my Seraphim squad, I think. Oh, Zen, how's the sound, by the way? If you could give me a quick update. Trying to decide if I want to battle damage these guys. Holy crap, how am I supposed to get to this? Sound is pretty good, thank you. The thing that I do really prefer about the airbrush is it does really seem like the places where you can't get with your brushes, the airbrush just somehow does it effortless. Oh my god, effortlessly. Word really shouldn't have been as hard to say as it was. I'll be honest, I don't mind base coating this way. It's definitely way more time consuming. But at the same time, you kind of get into this like real relaxing zen mindset when you do it. Like sometimes I just enjoy monotonous activities, you know? I really enjoy mowing the grass. Probably why like Power Wash Simulator was such a big hit. Uh, 45-14. Houston Texans over the Cleveland Browns. 7:43 to go in the fourth quarter. I think we can pretty much forget about a miraculous comeback from the Browns. Hmm. Also, the thing I love about airbrush base painting, no brush strokes. I am very bad at just leaving brush strokes. I try not to, but just a skill I don't have right now, I guess. All right, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. Give me 2 seconds. I want to see if I can queue up the Oilers game. And then I guess maybe I should hello, puppy dog. Hello, puppy dog. Nope. I'm gonna turn that down so we don't get sued by the NHL. And we'll find you guys some more music. Epic Dark Choir music. Sure. Ad blocker obviously not working. What is going on here? All right. So, Oilers going for a record tonight. Team record. Team record, still. Most consecutive wins. Longest winning streak. Will be interesting to see if they get it. You have to assume that teams like that play other teams that are about to break records, they've got to have a little extra oomph in them, right? Like, you don't want to be in the record books as the team that gave one team their most consecutive wins. Speaking of brushstrokes, oh my gosh. Oh my god, oh my god. I think we're looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. This method actually worked pretty well. Big brush for the initial paint, little brush for the details after. Maybe something I repeat in the future. There's a spot in the pack here I'm just never going to get to. Another one of those things that drives me crazy. That being said, that's why you use black base coat. Because then it just kind of seems like shadow and you're okay. At least that's how I feel about it. Alright, I'll keep painting until the end of the Cleveland-Houston game, and then I think I'm done. Oh, there's a huge gap in here I didn't see. Oh well. Oh well. Not entering any contest or anything. Ooh, too much brush. Too much paint. Too much paint on the brush. Every once in a while, kind of amaze myself that I've learned like certain little things. You know what I mean? Like the feel of too much paint on the brush. That is something 2 months ago I never would have known. Hmm. The reason I keep going over and over this is with my termagants. I got really far into the painting process before I realized on a few of them that I had missed, like, honestly, really large portions of them. Embarrassingly large portions. So now I'm just kind of like, I just want to be really smart about it. If I can prevent a mistake before it happens, kind of situation. Oh, what's going on here? Greedy Goblin, first time painting? Not really, but I've only been painting for about a month, if that makes any sense. Hi, Sarah. First time I'm seeing a paint palette, not an oval or circle. Yeah, just to relax. So, like, this was my first Goblin. This is my first finished mini. This was the first thing I ever painted. Painted, based. All the way through. So the ones I'm doing now are like the second Space Marines I've done. I've done a bunch of Termagants. Kind of teaching myself over time here. And that's pretty much it. Like, again, Termagants I've got, where's the most finished? I guess this guy's pretty much the most finished. I still need to base all of them. But yeah. $25. Oh my god. Do you have a channel? I will come and steal tricks of the trade from you. And thank you. I appreciate it. I actually, like, this is something that I've, in my mind, thought to myself, like, I would probably really enjoy this activity. And I've thought it for years. It took me way too long to actually do it, though. I should have done it years ago, because I really do enjoy it. And yeah, I'm pretty deep into the, like, I've got 6 or 7 boxes of Warhammer figures now. Um, I'm really enjoying... Montreal already scored. What the... So I am really enjoying the, like, painting and building process. I don't know if I'll ever play a legitimate game. But that's not necessarily where my interest lies right now. I think I'd like to. I think that would be enjoyable and fun. But, the actual making the models is where I'm getting my entertainment in the hobby for now. I am definitely going to experiment when I start my sisters, the Adeptus Sororitas. I am 100% going to experiment with doing them in pieces. I don't know if I'm just too OCD that, like, if there are bits I can't get a brush to and I miss, it drives me crazy. I mean, I was always looking for an excuse to stream, for the most part. Like, we used to do the game streams, those were fun. This is just so much more relaxing, though. And I don't have to worry about being entertaining. You know what I mean? Video game streaming has become this thing where you're expected to almost be and act in a certain way, and I'm just like, not about that life, yo. Whereas this, I can Bob Ross this shit all day, you know? And that's that, folks. Houston Texans have eliminated the Cleveland Browns from Super Bowl contention. I am not going to lie, I thought the Browns were going to put up a bigger fight. But this was definitely a game I didn't really know where it was going to go. I didn't see enough of either team over the year to make an informed, even guesstimate. Trying to figure out now who the Browns play the winners of. Hmm. There are definitely parts of this model that the primer just did not stick to. And it's kind of annoying, to be completely honest. No, I think this guy's looking pretty good. I think we're almost done him, and then I think I might kill the stream there. Sorry, I've been really quiet here for the last 10 minutes. I'm really dissecting what needs to be done here. Yeah, I'm just going to touch up a few small spots here and there, and then I think I'm going to kill the stream and go enjoy the rest of the Oilers game and the Kansas City-Miami game. And eat some Chinese food, which I am very much looking forward to. Plus, I'm running out of paint here, so I might as well. I think that might be it, folks. I think that might be it. I am going to paint again tomorrow, just to let everybody know. It'll be more afternoon-ish. I'm hoping maybe around noon, like actual noon. Mountain time, obviously, where I am. That's 11 o'clock Pacific and 2 o'clock Atlantic. Paint my way through the morning football games and then sit back and enjoy the LA Rams playing the Detroit Lions, which is just really setting up to be like an all-timer. That might be fantastic. This guy looks fucking great now. Of course, I'll like leave him alone, and then 2 days later I'll come back to him and be like, how did I miss this giant spot right here? One of those things, you kind of get blind to it. The more you work on it, he looks great. He looks great. There you go. That's it, folks. That's our night. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Take a look. That's pretty nice, eh? Let's see how we can maybe get you a little better light here. Or not. Not bad. That's a pretty nice even paint coat there. Now again, there are points that I missed, but I did that intentionally. The canisters, all the little, like, utility belt stuff. The rifle itself didn't paint, because it's mostly going to be black and silver anyway. That's it. I will go give Jeeper a big hug, specifically for you, Sarah. He's no doubt upstairs being a little shit. But that's it. Thank you all so much. Thanks for hanging out. And I will hopefully see some of you tomorrow. Have a good night. Until next time, sleep well. stay safe, take care of yourself and each other. Good night, everybody.